And welcome to the Face Off. This weekend, South African football is split across continental affairs and domestic league, with Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates flying the flag with the CAF competitions and the PSL league getting heated up with the league games. From Soweto to Polokwane, Pretoria and East London, it's all action, all drama, and we get to see who rises to the occasion. And speaking of rising to the occasion, we also get to see who rises to the leaderboard, whether it's Lufuni this time or Mpho. Stay tuned. I need to Sasho Wuti. We will see who gets to rise to the occasion. Now it's that time of the evening where we review their predictions. It seems like Lufuni Ngari Wasle Kanyana. What's up, Lufuni?
No, I just got one wrong. But I was hoping that the Durban City will do what I was expecting them. I mean, when you get a guy missing a penalty, what do you expect?
But then, were you confident? Speaking of Durban City, now Sundowns versus Durban City, of which Durban City, but were you confident when Sundowns conceded their first goal?
Look, Durban City is a solid team. I think Gavin Hunts is doing a good job silently. They've got experienced players, some of the players that get from Cape Town City. So they're not, an easy team to beat. I mean, if you look at that game, it was a very close game. Yes, Sundowns won, but it was a very tough and close game.
Because, Durban City proved that they were not just going to sit back, but did their game plan crumble in the middle of Sundowns coming back?
In the words of Lufuni, Durban City is a very solid team. Sundowns solidly dealt with them and moved them out of the way. So Lufuni, another L mchana.
I'll come back.
So this is the second week that you are losing a week.
You only speak about second week. When you were beaten quite a week, you were saying the same thing.
Lufuni chance, maybe you might come back. Sekhukhune United versus Golden Arrows. Sekhukhune needed stoppage time for them to seal the game. But the question is, why did they take so long to break through, Lufuni?
Yeah, look, it's always tough games in the PSL, but Sekhukhune are proving to be very resilient. They really want to win their games. You're seeing the Grobler's effect. He keeps knocking them inside the net, and for me, I think they're really solid team. They want to keep winning.
And you know that this narrow win kind of builds character, and it also shows that Sekhukhune United might not always be dominant, but they find ways to cook results. Is it valuable for a title push, Mpho?
Look, for a title push, not every game needs to be pretty. You must get points as much as you can and however you're able to get them. And Sekhukhune showed that they're going to fight this till the very end, until the wheels fall off. And that's how Bradley Grobler was able to score the one goal. And because I'd thought that it's going to be a draw. It was looking like a draw.
Moving on to continental affairs, we've got Lioli FC versus Orlando Pirates, and they were hosting Amabakania, of which they came with a clean sheet. And akuvamsekile ukuthi Orlando Pirates idliwe eLesotho. Lufuni utsamile bjang?
Look, I told you that Pirates will hit 4 of the best. Unfortunately, there's just one goal short to that, and I was expecting Umabaso to give the hat-trick. That header could have been 3 goals for him.
In the words of Sipo Chaine, they must know that they're a small team and we must beat them because they're a small team from the first minute. I think it was the most expected result. Orlando Pirates were clinical on the day, business-like, 3-0 very quickly, and returned back to Joburg. Well, Bloemfontein, because they were back there again.
And scoring early and building momentum was key for Orlando Pirates. Did you take into consideration when making this prediction of Orlando Pirates' CAF experience, Lufuni?
Yes, look, in the past, Pirates have bent their fingers when they were playing in Botswana, when they got knocked out in the same preliminary. I think they've learned a lesson, and they have known that, you cannot take things for granted. You have to go there, put the performance, and get the win.
And we move on to Kabuscorp versus Kaizer Chiefs. As Kaizer Chiefs were stunned away in Angola. And this loss put so much pressure to them. But then can they turn it around in FNB Stadium, Lufuni?
Yeah, most definitely. Kaizer Chiefs got enough firepower. They've signed a lot of players that they haven't been played. They haven't used those players. I think it's an opportunity now for the technical team to refresh the team and give these new players an opportunity to play. And I think Kaizer Chiefs will turn this around.
Okay.
And what? Wait, I want to hold you accountable.
Yes.
Nah. You know, what was the reason behind your prediction last week?
Look, Kaizer Chiefs, besides the game against Sekhukune, they've been doing well. They've been winning games. They've been solid at the back. And looking at the team that they were playing against. But Lunga, we also have to put in consideration what had happened administratively wise at Kaizer Chiefs, where you had issues of the coach not being there, and that on its own, mentally and it has a toll on the players. So I think Kaizer Chiefs did not have the good week towards the build-up of this game.
Lufuni, Mpho.
Those problems still remain this week, Lufuni. There's still no coach.
And I think he's still going to stick to his prediction. And those are the problems that are still going to be there.
But remember, Lungs, now you are able to deal with that. Problems that when they eminent are not the same problems that you are already now dealing with them. Psychologically, Kaizer Chiefs is a big team, could have bring in the psychological people to deal with mentally of the players to make sure you prepare them to be ready for such kind of a game.
And I mean, now we can give you a fair shot again to come back this week. This time around, you've reflected, you've sat down, you've done what? You've done everything you need to rise to the top of the
help. Did you find psychological help?
Now, Kaizer Chiefs will win this game 3-0, Lungs.
3-0?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think the new signings are not going to be under pressure in the continental stage?
No, we've signed players that have continental experience. You go to Mabowe, you go to Mayo. Those guys have got continental experience. Kaizer Chiefs got enough firepower. The players that played against that team alone, they could have won that game if they would have taken their chances.
Mpho,
could have, should have. Could have, should have, did not.
Work.
So, and look, I think it's going to be a very lovely draw on the day. I think Kaizer Chiefs and the Angolans will be in a draw.
And I mean, Kaizer Chiefs, they carry a home advantage, so it's advantageous for them. They can come out victorious from the second leg, right?
The opposition have the luxury of having a coach. They don't.
So you're saying that the two guys are not coaches. They might be assistants, but they are highly qualified coaches.
They may be what?
No, they are highly qualified coaches.
Okay,
the two
now
assistant coaches are highly qualified
teams.
coaches.
Yes. Let's talk about teams that have coaches. Orlando Pirates versus Lioli FC. Orlando Pirates is hosting. And again, I want to remind you, Orlando Pirates idliwe Lesotho. So how is that going to go?
Orlando Pirates should be keeping the same scoreline of 3-0 going, Lunga.
Lufuna?
I'm happy that Mpho have added an extra goal to his last prediction. It's going to be 3-0 for Pirates.
And I mean, Pirates are chasing another deep end in the Champions League. But then we move on further to the PSL action. Polokwane City versus Sekhukhune United. Sekhukune currently top of the leaderboards. How is that looking like?
Look, it's a Limpopo derby. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. But I think Sekhukune will win this game 2-1.
Mpho?
I'll still stick to my draw, Sekhukune. Record tells us that this game is not a foregone conclusion that they should win it. It's going to be a draw.
And then Mamelodi Sundowns versus Richards Bay. This time home for Mamelodi Sundowns. And they remain unbeaten. Dominant as well. Lufuna?
Nah, it's going to be an easy win for Sundowns. I think Rainers will just, get those goals in. Sundowns will win 3-0.
Won't Richards Bay cause an upset since they are in need of those points?
No, they don't have enough power.
Just because you need something does not mean it's warranted. So Sundowns will make sure that the 100% record against Richards Bay continues, and it shall be 3-0.
Last but not least, last prediction there. Can we not waste any time? Chippa United versus Stellenbosch.
1-0 Stellenbosch.
1-0 Chippa United.
CAF Glory, Soto Giants under pressure, Sundowns chasing perfection, and a Sunday showdown in East London. It's a weekend packed with headlines waiting to be written. Who will slide up and who will slide down? We get to discuss that in the face-off. In the spirit of Heritage Day, me and the Fundiz say goodnight.